Welcome, welcome. Hi, Vibe and Soul Tribe. This is Leah. Yes, I am a practitioner of the healing arts, and quantum healing is my jam. So, welcome to this channel. This is a bit different from a card reading. You see a lot of card readings out there, but what this actually is here is a healing session. So, what we do is we go through the card reading to determine where the collective or individual energy is today. And then from that vantage point, we do a quantum healing treatment after the reading to clear any resistance, any blocks, any stagnant energy that is active in your field in this moment. So this works on the individual level and the collective level. So through the card reading, we're getting an idea of where we need work. And then following that reading, we go to work and we get to clearing out that energy, alchemizing it to zero, neutralizing it through the quantum healing process. So the cards are used as a tool or a guide to help us, along the way. And I use different kind of cards. Right now, we're using angel cards. So the quantum healing is done by me, facilitated by me, and by a quantum healing infusion. And this is a candle that holds a very high frequency that will assist us along the way as we release what no longer serves us. Now, if you want more information about what quantum healing is, there is information in the description. And also, if you want to know more about myself, you want to get a feel for my energy, you can find me on Instagram, and my Instagram handle is also located below. So we're going to get started. These cards are pre-prepared. So I shuffled them earlier and I sat with spirit to get the idea of where we are today in our energy and what needs to be released. Again, this works on an individual level and a collective level. So what we have here is take charge and action. So this was the first card, and I'm not surprised that this card came up because we're in the energy of that. There's a lot of people taking charge and taking action today. So I'm going to read this really quickly. I always like to read to get a deeper understanding of what this card is trying to say. So let's go ahead and read it really quickly. Don't be afraid to take charge or be strong at this time. Sometimes we have to take control in order to be respected or honored. If you feel that your current situation is moving in a direction that isn't serving you, your joy, your purpose, the message of this card is to put your foot down now. You don't have to be aggressive, but you do need clarity now. And unless you step in, it won't unfold. So set an example. Respect yourself. Lead rather than be led. If you're wondering whether to make the next move in a particular situation, this card encourages you to do so. Often, angels find it difficult to support us fully unless we make the first move. Meet them halfway now by showing your commitment to moving forward. And the extended message is, if you are feeling ambitious at this time, this card is asking you to trust in your gifts and potential. You have the opportunity to move forward in your career, personal life, and spiritual life. You are a co-creator with the universe, and your angel guide is encouraging you to take action by setting clear intentions. You hear that? Setting clear intentions, having a strong vision, and taking the action steps you need to make your ideas come to life. You are showing the universe your commitment to expansion. Know that with every step you take, your angels are with you, cheerleading, encouraging you to rise up, rise up. Focus on your intention and send it out like an arrow. So you hear that, guys? Look, I am not surprised that we got this card. And here's the reason why. There's a lot of standing up, and maybe it is a pushback, but I see it more as we're not doing it anymore. We're in the energy of that. And if you're aware and you're paying attention to, it may not be on the local, news media, but the truckers convoy is what comes to mind. If you're not aware, there are a lot of truckers assembling convoys around the world. It was started off by Canada, who said, no, we're not taking the mandates anymore. We're pushing back. We're stepping up. We're standing in our ground, and then we're putting our foot down now. We're in the energy of that. So anywhere, whether it's on a collective level or an individual level, wherever it is in your life where you need to stand up and say no, hell to the no, and you have to stand up and speak for yourself. This is encouraging you to do that. We're in the energy now. And then as we move on to the clearing, we're going to clear out what is preventing you from doing that. So let's look at the next card. It's ease and grace. I love ease and grace. Yes, ease and grace. I feel like we're getting a whole blueprint, and I love this because it's like a 1, 2, 3 punch. Like, do this, do that, and this is how you do it. So ease and grace. This is a time to learn and adapt. You are being guided to slow down, take your time, take in the current moment, and allow space for events to occur. You often put too much pressure and expectation on yourself, and this is not required. Also, with the constant effort and rush, you'll find yourself becoming overwhelmed and tired. When you are too forceful, you use up too much energy, and that may hinder your progress at this time. If you are in a difficult situation at work or with other people, don't feel you have to prove your skills, talents, or worth. Just step back and breathe. And through grace, you will be seen, understood, and recognized for who you truly are. Now, this goes back to what I was saying about the collective energy and being heard. Now, if we do it through ease and grace, I feel like the angels are saying, look, this is what you're going to do. You have to take charge now, and we're going to meet you. We're going to meet you halfway, but you have to stand up and take charge. But this is how you do it. You do it through ease and grace so that you can be seen and understood and truly recognized for who you are. If we don't stand up and stand down and put our foot down, we won't be recognized for that, right? So part of the extended message says you are being guided to flow like water. Don't feel the need to rush or force your way ahead. A gentle approach will be more rewarding. And the first card, to take action, says to take action, but don't be aggressive. Now the angels are telling us how to do that through ease and grace. So finally, intuition and download. This is the strong energy right now. Intuition and downloads. We are getting an open space for us to receive. Again, as I mentioned before, the veil that was there to keep us in the elusive, I call it the old guard, but the old system, the veil that was there keeping us in an elusive state, when we weren't recognizing as a collective and individually our sovereignty, our right to say no and push back to things that are being forced upon us. We're in a space now where we're receiving lots of intuition and downloads because that veil has been lifted. Now, sometimes this can be confusing, and we can be overwhelmed because we're not exactly sure what is our intuitive guidance and what is coming from the external pressures, or what I call suggestive programming. So that's when we have to really go to our hearts and allow ourselves to be inward and have our hearts speak the truth to us so that we know what is our innate and what is not. So let's read really quickly. Hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, and having the sense that beings are visiting you in your sleep are all signs that you are receiving downloads from heaven. When you draw this card, your angels want you to know that the feelings you are having and the intuitive urges that you have been feeling are divinely inspired. If you feel you've been having psychic insights into a particular situation and have been wondering if you can trust them, this card is reassuring that they are indeed correct. This is a time when you are able to see, hear, and feel beyond the human senses. Your intuition is becoming stronger, and you are in touch with angels, guides, and other divine beings who are encouraging your growth and connection to the universe. Listen, a lot of us are light workers. And some of us may not resonate with that term, but if that term resonates with you, you are one as well. This is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a whole lot of information, like for us to take into account. First, say no. If you know darn well whether these mandates and whatever mandate it is in your life resonates with your heart and soul, and whether it does not. You know. And check with yourself to see if you're doing that out of obligation or out of some fear. And if you are, stop. Stand up for yourself. If you do that, a lot of people will follow. Again, the trucker's convoy. This is an example of the energy that we're in, and it's time for you to do it individually as well. And we have this node to do it with ease and grace. And then we have us being reminded that what we are sensing, these are nodes from the heavens, from the angels. So if you're feeling within yourself that you need to stand up, that's your intuition or your innate saying, hell yeah, you need to stand up for yourself. This is a wonderful reading. And what we're going to do in the clearing or in the quantum healing session is we're calling up the energy that is stopping us from doing this. So we're calling up the blocks, we're calling up stagnant energy, we're calling up resistance. Maybe we have some type of fear, we're worrying about what someone thinks if we take this path of taking charge and standing up for ourselves. I love this reading because I feel like it's time for us to really step into our sovereignty and for us to live that out. And we cannot do that if we continue to think that we have to be led, if we continue to think that someone else is supposed to regulate what we are supposed to do. So this is awesome. So stay tuned because we're going to follow up with the healing session. All right, let's get to the healing session. So we're calling up the energy from the reading, and the angels or the cards that we're using are bringing about the energy that we need to do right now, something we need to practice, maybe something we need to let go. And now we're calling up the energy that is disallowing us from taking these actions or taking these steps. So we went through take charge and action, and then the way we do it is through ease and grace, and we're encouraged to use our downloads and intuition in order to know when to take the next step and take the inspired action. So here we're going to call up the energy that needs to be released right now. This is individual as well as collective, and then we're going to clear it and release it through the quantum healing process. And I call this the quantum healing treatment. What we're looking at here is a quantum healing infusion, and this is infused with a very high frequency. And once this candle is lit, the quantum healing process begins. And, you know, there's really no need to say any statements because the candle actually does all the work. But with me being here, I am going to say some words. You might hear me say some statements or say some words. I may call out a particular part of the body or something like that. It just all depends on what is happening during the clearing. And you may feel as well some energy moving. You may cry. You may feel some movement in your toes or fingers or something like that, in your third eye, whatever. You know, everybody is different. So, but definitely you're going to feel some energy movement because we're doing a clearing session. So let's get started. I'm going to switch this out with one that's already used. This is brand new. And by the way, I am the infuser and creator of the Quantum Healing Infusion. So if you would like to purchase one of these for yourself and have a healer in your hands, is what I call it, having a healer in your pocket. It's just like working with a healer, but you have it at home. And there's more information on this Quantum Healing Infusion below. It also clears out your house, your home, any area you want to clear, as well as your own energetic field. So let's get started. So get comfortable. So sit comfortably in your seat. Feet are flat on the ground, palms open. If you're lying down, that's fine as well. We just want to get you relaxed and comfortable. And we're going to connect and ground ourselves before we begin the process. We're going to do one iteration of a treatment, and you're going to begin to feel energy move. And You can come back to this video to continue the process if you don't feel like your healing was actually complete, because we're going to start with a number. And typically we get down to 0. Once we get to 0, that means we don't feel that resistance anymore after we have called up the resistance. And since we're doing one iteration, it's likely we won't get to 0 for a lot of people. For some people, that might work. So if you want to continue, come back to the video, come to the timestamp, and begin the process again. Here's the thing about quantum healing. Once the energy runs and the process begins, it's going to continue until it stops. So if you get to, say, a number 4 now, and just check back while you're breathing, very present, not moving around, not turning on the TV or anything like that. Stay with it, stay breathing until the number goes all the way down. And it may go down to 0 for you, and it may not. And it's okay if it doesn't. That means, you know, whatever is being released, you're not ready to release all of it yet. But this is released throughout all dimension, time, space, and reality. And this energy is never to return. So get comfortable. Uncross your legs, uncross your arm. Palms open, palms up on your thighs. And just breathe. Breathe and relax. Let's take a deep inhale. Inhaling deeply, filling up that belly. And take a strong exhale. Your next inhale, inhale deeply, and as you exhale, you're going to soften the brow. On your next exhale, soften your cheeks. And then relax your tongue. And then we'll relax the shoulders. Release any tension in your spine. And next, let's bring your awareness to your heart, your physical heart. There is a flame or a light in your heart. We're going to call that to the surface. We're going to take that light, we're going to drive it down through our legs, through the soles of our feet, all the way down to the center of the earth. And take a deep inhale, inhaling that healing energy into your heart. Going back to your heart, we're going to take that light and we're going to drive it up through the crown chakra, all the way up to about 300 feet. Or when you feel to stop. Take a deep inhale, inhaling that healing energy into your heart. And then we're going to take both heaven and earth together and inhale into the heart space. I'm going to light the candle. So the candle is lit. You may begin to feel some energy. Now, based on today's information that we received, we're going to call up all resistance that's stopping you from taking charge and action. Any resistance that's preventing you from moving with ease and grace. Or any resistance that's stopping you from clarity, from knowing what is your intuition, what is not. And any other energy combined within the reading, we want to call it to the surface. And now that you feel this energy on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the greatest resistance, 1 being the least, what number do you feel that this energy is? Now that you have your number, just breathe. And I'm going to be quiet, but I'm still here. I'm accessing the quantum field for information. So you continue to breathe. You may hear me say some words. I may be inaudible. I'm not sure, but just keep breathing. And I'll prompt you to breathe as well. Mighty item present, superconscious, treat all of that confusion. Treat the throat chakra, crown, third eye, and the root. Superconscious, treat any generational karma. All that is coming up for the collective. Take a deep breath. Keep breathing. Treat the chaos. It's like a lot of energy, like chaotic energy. Take a deep breath. Keep breathing. Treat all of that black sludge. Send you back to the light. Thank you. All right, soul family, take your last deep breath. We just completed an iteration. Check in on your number and see what number you feel like you are now. And that completes this treatment for today. Again, feel free to continue breathing. Stay with it and check back in with your number and stay there until it dissipates to zero. If it doesn't, that's cool. You can come back to this video at any time. And I thank you so much for allowing me to work with you in this space today. And I appreciate all that you are, all that we have come here to be as a collective. Peace and light, and namaste.